There is a country where fish literally rain from the sky. You heard that right, it's Honduras, in the town of Yoro. Every year, a phenomenon occurs where fish fall from the sky. You're about to see many more curiosities about Latin America. If you want to know them, stay tuned to the video. The Amazon rainforest extends across 9 countries in South America. Bolivia has 2 capitals, Sucre, constitutional, and La Paz, seat of government. In Mexico, the Day of the Dead is celebrated, one of the most iconic festivals in the world. Spanish is the most spoken language in Latin America, but Portuguese, French, English, and indigenous languages are also spoken. Brazil is the only country in South America where Portuguese is spoken. Chile is home to the driest desert in the world, the Atacama Desert. The equator crosses Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. Argentina was the first Latin American country to legalize same-sex marriage. In Paraguay, Guarani is spoken as an official language alongside Spanish. Costa Rica has had no army since 1948. Machu Picchu was rediscovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. Uruguay was the first country in the world to fully legalize marijuana. The Panama Canal is one of the greatest engineering feats in the world. Tango was born in Argentina and Uruguay. In Guatemala, there is a tradition of burning the devil before Christmas. Venezuela has the highest waterfall in the world, Angel Falls. Mate is a traditional drink in Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and southern Brazil. Mexico has the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in America. Haiti was the first Latin American country to gain independence. The jaguar is the largest feline in America and inhabits much of Latin America. Brazil's carnival is the largest in the world. Latin American Spanish has many regional variations. In Nicaragua, there is a lake with freshwater sharks. Brazil's Christ the Redeemer statue is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Bolivia has a giant natural mirror, the Salar de Uyuni Salt Flat. Popocatépetl is one of the most active volcanoes in Mexico. Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries per square meter. El Salvador's official currency is the US dollar. Peru consumes more than 3,000 varieties of potatoes. Chile owns part of Antarctica. Honduras is home to one of the most important Mayan ruins, Copan. Brazil has the largest Catholic population in the world. The Amazon produces more than 20% of the world's oxygen. Soccer is a passion in almost every country in the region. Cacao, the base of chocolate, is native to America. Cuba has a universal free healthcare system. The oldest currency still in continuous use in America is the Mexican peso. Latin American Spanish has many words inherited from Nahuatl, Quechua, and other indigenous languages. In Argentina, Friends Day is celebrated on July 20th. Merengue originated in the Dominican Republic. Brazil shares borders with almost every country in South America, except Chile and Ecuador. There are Mennonite communities in Paraguay and Bolivia that preserve 19th-century customs. Ceviche is a typical dish in several countries but is considered to originate from Peru. Panama's flag was designed by the mother of a president. The Panama Canal allows the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans to be connected in just a few hours. Mexico has pyramids older than those in Egypt. Latin America produces a large portion of the world's coffee. The Andes mountain range spans 7 countries. Cuba has a national dance called the danzón. Mexico City was built on a lake. Lake Titicaca, between Bolivia and Peru, is the highest navigable lake in the world. Chile is one of the world's leading copper producers. Venezuela has one of the largest oil reserves on the planet. Colombia has a cathedral made entirely of salt. The Maya, Aztec, and Inca were 3 of the great pre-Columbian civilizations. Argentina has a law that prohibits giving foreign names to children. Haiti and the Dominican Republic share the island of Hispaniola. Chili peppers are a common ingredient in almost every Latin American country. Ecuador was the first country to recognize the rights of nature in its constitution. In Peru, there is a valley where people live more than 4,000 meters above sea level. Pupusas are a typical dish from El Salvador. Chicha is an ancestral drink still consumed in several Andean regions. Panama uses the US dollar alongside the Balboa. There are more than 400 distinct indigenous peoples in Latin America. Bolivia has a sea of flags, despite being a landlocked country. In Costa Rica, national parks cover more than 25% of the territory. In Ecuador, you can stand with 1 foot in each hemisphere. The Amazon rainforest is home to millions of undiscovered species. In Cuba, cars from the 1950s are still running. Paraguay has one of the highest numbers of hydroelectric dams per capita. Easter Island, part of Chile, is closer to Tahiti than to the mainland. Quinoa, an ancient Andean food, has become globally popular. The Amazon River is the world's most voluminous river. Peru celebrates Inti Raymi, an ancient sun festival. The Dominican Republic shares the only land border on its island. The longest border between two Latin American countries is between Brazil and Bolivia. In Colombia, there is a flower that blooms only once every 10 years. Argentina has the widest avenue in the world, 9 de Julio. Colombian coffee is considered some of the best worldwide. In Uruguay, public education has been free and mandatory since 1877. 60% of Bolivia's population identifies as indigenous. Mexico produces over 500 types of chili peppers. El Salvador has active volcanoes very close to urban areas. Venezuela has Caribbean beaches, jungles, mountains, and deserts. In Peru and Bolivia, coca leaves are traditionally consumed to combat altitude sickness. Brazil has more than 200 million inhabitants. The climate in Latin America ranges from deserts to tropical rainforests. In many Latin American countries, people use two last names, paternal and maternal.